Up.
Hello, what's up? You ready?
Yes, sir.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to season one, episode 4 of the Virginia Tech Football Show. I'm your host and producer, Kent Reese. Here's my guest, Chase.
Hey, what's up, Hokie Nation?
Okay, first thing, you didn't hear that, didn't you?
What'd you say?
You didn't hear that ESPN notification, didn't you?
No, I didn't hear it.
Okay, it went my new ESPN notification that went off. I was hoping that didn't disturb anything. Anyway.
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay. Anyway, we're gonna talk about the recap of this game, and then we're gonna talk about our decommit. Eric Melissa decommit to Virginia Tech and head to Ohio State. What do you think about that guy decommitting? He's a 3-star defensive tackle.
I hated to see it. You know, that was a bad one to lose right there.
Yes, it
Did he
was.
explain why? Did he explain why, or
He wrote. Did you wrote the note and that text message I gave you? Hello.
I didn't see it.
Well, he did explain why. He said after talking with my family, I can't remember the rest. I decided to decommit from Virginia Tech, and all the coaches I would make my commitment to Ohio State Buckeyes.
Hate to lose a good recruit to the Buckeyes. That stings right there.
It is pretty rare. Hey, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think if we're gonna look at it any type of positive way, I guess that means we're targeting the right types of people, right recruits. If we're getting them poached by Ohio State, but it just sucks. It just sucks to see.
Well, the important thing is we didn't lose we didn't lose one of those 4-star recruits. Those guys are pretty loyal to each other. You follow them on Instagram and Twitter.
Oh, okay, nice. So they're Hokie Nation right now.
Yeah, and it's all things for Gabriel Williams. You follow him?
No, I don't follow him.
It's Gabriel Williams, Dalby Balford, and Kelly Adams, and AKA Brody is his nickname, and Chance Wiggins. So that all Brent Pry, another recruiter. Brent Pry is making sure that those recruits is been friends. I've been liking. I've been liking that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we need a good core group of guys, right, to help get our program back on track.
Yeah.
So, whoops.
We didn't get Chris Cole. I meant to mention this in the last podcast. We didn't get Chris Cole, but it is. If we want a fifth guy like that, we got to win the game. But we was close. Brent Pry was flying across a helicopter in Salem, Virginia, at the Salem Spartans High School, hoping to get it, but he didn't get it.
Oh wow! So where did this guy commit? Do you know?
The other guy committed to Georgia.
Wow, so he's from Salem.
Yeah, Salem. So he's from the Salem Spartans.
Wow, man, that would have been nice to have him at Tech.
Yeah, linebacker.
Man, darn.
I do want to use him as. Go ahead. Yeah. I get a kid going to another school.
Yeah.
Anyway, I do want to talk about about my study about the decommit, about why some people decommit. You want to hear it?
Oh yeah, let me hear it.
Well, a lot of kids when they decommit, they commit earlier, or they feel like their friends is recruiting hard, and that's usually how recruiting works. I get you an example. There was a kid named Demaris Davis. You probably don't remember him.
I don't think I remember him. No.
Demaris Davis was a class of 2021, former 4-star recruit, and he's from Texas. He's Justin Valente recruiting him. and he
Okay.
committed to Virginia. He committed to Virginia Tech right away. I believe he committed like early his junior year in 2019, and then like his April his senior year. And his dad was actually liking Virginia Tech, and he's got some boys. He committed to Auburn because his friends was recruiting him too, and he was preaching. He was saying, "I want to go to school I can win the AC title game and win a national championship." Well, you that you
Right.
got to beat Clemson, and you got to beat Clemson to do that, and somebody like and you got or beat Alabama.
That's
Anyway,
right.
that's usually how that's how a lot of times and he thought about it and he decommitted that year. We could have gotten him the class of 2021, but we thought, and some of his friends was assuming he said he committed to Virginia Tech, but that didn't happen either. They didn't commit. That's like an example of decommitting. It happens.
Yeah,
It is.
I know. I feel like as fans, we can't get too high or low on all that because, like you said, they can commit and decommit super quick, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you can't get your hopes up too high. I guess you just gotta treat everyone. If you're recruiting, hopefully those guys are always treat everyone with respect and because you never know when your guy might leave and you got to go call that other guy you were recruiting. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough. It's a tough battle. I sometimes wonder how we are even able to get the recruits we do get. It's just so competitive these days.
Well, the answer is Brent Pry, and Brent Pry has stole the recruits from Virginia when he was at Brent Pry. It's like think about it, if you come out 3-9, you come into Virginia Tech, after a 3-9 season with Brent Pry, that means you got confidence and he's going to do a very good job coaching them.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I like that. That's a good point on the decommits, though, Ken. I agree with you.
Well, when it comes to basketball decommit, they rarely decommit more so than football because they got more relations, less coaches. They're not
Right,
going to decommit.
right.
They're not going to decommit unless something goes wrong, or most likely the coach leaves. That's the only time the
Right.
basketball recruits decommit.
Yeah, you're right. I've seen that happen with us several times. Jalen Cone was one of those guys that he left when Mike Young came for basketball.
He left a couple in the transfer portal. I think he was he was also short, but I did
He's
like his
short, but
stuff.
he was one of the best 3-point shooters in the country with
Yeah,
us, or in the ACC. He had one of the highest percentages. And but he
yeah,
transferred to a smaller school in Phoenix. I'm pretty sure Arizona. So it was
yeah.
like I don't know, but yeah, sometimes I'm scratching my head on what these commits are doing, but I guess they're doing what's best for them, right?
Yeah, and also don't forget what's his name. He transferred. He transferred for a medical reason. Family emergency. What's the guy's name? He saved. He's the reason why we won the ACC championship the last minute against Clemson.
Was it Brock?
What you say?
Brock Hoffman? Was it Brock
No,
Hoffman?
this is basketball.
Oh, basketball.
He's he helped us win the 2-on-22.
Oh,
I forgot his name.
yeah. Oh, darn, I'm pulling a blank.
Chase got some typical difficulties. You good? He
Shot, right?
No, it was against Clemson. It was Darius Maddox. That's the guy. Because 2022,
Maddox, that's right.
he scored
Yeah.
that last 3-pointer, and we won the game, basketball game. We won the ACC championship after that 2022 season.
Yep.
And the MVP was Hunter Couture.
Yeah. Yep. I remember.
Anyway, got anything you got to also add?
No, that's all I got.
All right, let's talk about our Rutgers recap. Virginia Tech lost to Rutgers 35-16. Our original prediction was 31-20. You was 31-24, and it was kind of close, but it was the opposite.
Yeah, it sure was. What was your prediction, Ken?
It was 31-20. That was my original prediction.
Yeah. Yeah, we both weren't far off. We just had picked the wrong winners.
Yeah, I know. It looks like we caught an opportunity. We could have won that game if you think about it.
Yeah, I think we should have kept that momentum in the third quarter when we got it to within, 2 points, I think, 2 or 3 points.
Yeah, it was at the end of the third quarter.
Third quarter, yeah. I thought we had a strong third quarter. Came out, making quick plays, quick big plays. But
Yeah,
we got us. It's kind of like what I said on last week's show, Kent. We're not going to win. So we're not going to win games when we're only scoring 17 points, but we're also not going
yeah,
to win many games when we're giving up over 25 points. So
yeah. I know. That was the defense. Man, what did you think of the decision going for 2 points? Which I don't think it wasn't a good decision for Brent Pryor. Like, what are you doing? Kick the field goal. Get the points when you can. You're down by 5.
yeah. I mean, I see
I
why he
kind of
did it, just taking the risk, because then you're down 3. But at that point, I mean, you need points, and we have been struggling to get points. So I think, hindsight's 2020, but I think the field goal would have been a better decision.
yeah. We
But I
could have
mean,
made a.
do
Go ahead.
you feel like we've been a little bit more aggressive this year? I feel like we're going for fourth downs more often. Seems like like 2-point conversion. You think that's something Brent Pry's trying to do, is show them that we're not afraid to take chances and be aggressive?
I think you're right. I think he's trying. I didn't watch the I didn't watch the what's it called, the press conference this week, but I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing. I did saw
Yeah,
something on Twitter, but Josh Foga, but I didn't take notes on it. You saw what Josh Foga said on Twitter? The Andy Bitter shared on Twitter.
I didn't even see it. I haven't seen it yet. But
Maybe we can talk. Maybe we can talk about the next Josh Foga's on the next podcast. This week's
okay,
podcast.
all right. What were your thoughts on
Anyway,
the game, though, Kent? What were your thoughts? Let me hear what you thought about the game overall.
we looked pretty consistent. There was a play. We could make 2 plays. We drive down the field earlier. I guess in the first quarter, we could have got a little bit more points to make the first field goal and make the second field goal. The defense looked good. Played good first quarter. I can tell you one thing, but it's 2 plays that we should have made a touchdown. Like I think it was 1 touchdown. Forgot with the receiver. And Drones throw it. He dropped it. He could have caught the football. I guess you can say the sun was in his eyes, but he dropped the football. And it's another play he probably should could have caught it in that game.
Yeah, I know. I'm just disappointed in how many big plays we're continuing to give up, especially on the run game. I feel like there was too many big 25+ yard runs in that game, and several of them resulted in touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's
And
just not like us. That's not like us typically, on the defensive side.
yeah, the defensive side gave up a run play. The last few years under Justin Fuente, the defense always fall for the quarterback read. Like he fake it to the running back, and the defense, 2 defensive defenders will tackle the running back, no football, and the quarterback like, "Hey guys, I'm over here," and they always give up.
Yeah, you're right about
That's
that.
been a problem in the defense. The defense.
Yeah, mobile quarterback definitely would give us trouble, but I don't know. It's these running backs are really making us look bad this year.
Come on,
They had multiple big runs
come on.
against
The other
us.
team are our running backs.
The other team, I thought
Yeah.
the other team, we're giving up too many big explosive plays.
Yeah.
And so, when your offense is struggling, it's not good to do that.
Yeah, I know.
So, but keep going. I know you were saying some other stuff. What were your other thoughts on the game?
Is that I do know one thing to say. The defense gave up more, and after we scored that touchdown by Vincent Tuda running the football, our defense gave up that 28 points. Gave up that 28 points just like that.
Yeah.
And the same way, I know earlier we also fumbled the football too. But come on, you missed the tackle. That's like it was quick.
I
The
know.
first quarter. That's the first touchdown.
That was the first play for them. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was because we fumbled the football.
What did
After
I tell you? I said it last week. I said the team that scores first is gonna probably win that game. So
yeah, most
because
likely.
you gotta draw blood first, and I think
Yeah.
that had something to do with it. They got early momentum. They're at their home field. The crowd was in it. So all that plays into the factor. I think.
It does.
Yeah. But oh well, we took the loss. Gotta keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Can't hang our heads too low.
I know.
But I think that was my first time seeing the new quarterback.
Yeah,
He
Cameron.
seems I think he's gonna be decent.
Yeah, he looks pretty good. 19 of he looks pretty active. He looks very good runner. I'm not surprised that we all know he was coming. I knew that he's a better runner. He was 19 and 32, 190 yards, one in touchdown, one interception. What do you think about all that stats right there?
I
He
think
he
those are
looks
good
pretty darn
stats.
good.
Yeah, those are solid stats in my opinion. I mean, almost 200 yards passing.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty good completion percentage. Um, I saw his interception. I mean,
That
it didn't
wasn't
look
his
like a
fault.
horrible pass. That defender just made a really good play. He had to dive and catch it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that wasn't Drone's fault. That was like that's something that just happens.
Yeah, that's just bad luck. So, yeah, I mean, I think probably the only negative thing was that fumble in there early on, and if that didn't turn into a touchdown for Rutgers, we probably wouldn't really have paid attention to that fumble. But that fumble definitely kind of cost us.
Yeah,
I mean,
it did.
but yeah, like I like the kid. I think honestly, I think I'd rather see him out there than Grant Wells.
And looks like Daquan Fountain was the wide receiver to step up after Al Jennings and Jalen Lane went
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
6
What was it?
receptions, 84
What's
yards.
his name again, Kent?
Daquan Fountain and Drancon Wright, the tight end, was the people who stepped up when Al Jennings and Jalen Lane went down.
Right. Speaking
Daquan Fountain.
of Jennings, do we have any updates on him as far as the injury?
All we know, he dressed up, but I don't think he didn't play that much.
Okay, well that's good. I mean, at least he's dressing
Wait,
up.
come on. You say Al Jennings or Jalen Lane?
I thought Jennings was out. Ali
Oh,
Jennings.
Al Jennings is out. Jalen Lane dressed up and didn't play
Oh,
that
okay.
much.
Okay.
Yeah.
But as far as Jennings, do we have an update on his injury?
There's no update on Al Jennings. They saying he could be out 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh no.
Weeks, and similar to Grant Wells. Grant Wells could
Was
be
it
out.
his ankle?
Yeah, Al Jennings' ankle, yes.
Man, darn. He
Ankle.
must have had a bad ankle sprain.
Yeah, but we will find out. Hoping we'll find out this week.
Yeah. Well, all right.
It's anyway, but here's I got a conspiracy theory. Let's pretend Grant Wells is ready and he's been doing great practices and preparing for Marshall. Do you think the coaching staff should keep Cameron Jones or they go back with Grant Wells? If it's like in the conspiracy theory, Wells comes back.
Kent, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a tough question. I mean, didn't Grant Wells from Marshall? Did he transfer from Marshall?
Yeah, he transferred from Marshall. He's going Grant Wells. We're going to talk about that later. He's going to play. He's going to play against his former team.
Gotcha. I don't have a good answer. I really want Grant Wells to do good, and I want him to have a fair shot. But I don't know. I mean, this Drones guy might do better in the long run,
Yeah,
especially if he just gets a few more reps. I mean, I don't know. What do you?
but
I'll spin it back to you. What do you think?
it's hard to say. It's going if we lose the next game to Marshall, and if let's pretend we lose to Marshall, and Wells comes back, it's possibility Wells could get his job back. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
It's hard to say. It's too early.
yeah,
But if
you're right. You're right. And I see, but the thing is, though, is that I feel like that's giving Drones a really short leash. You know, he gets what 2 chances to try to win a game, and then he's back on the bench. I mean, I know sometimes that's how it goes, but um, I think it would be a cool story if Grant Wells could win, like, beat his old team. But then again, if we were to lose, I feel like that should be the sign where we say, all right, we're moving on from Grant for now, and we're going to let Drones be that guy for the
yeah,
foreseeable future. So I feel like if that's how they should go about it. If they're going to start Grant, let this be Grant's shot to make a statement. And if we get a win, he can keep playing. If we lose, we need to go ahead and move on.
yeah, I
And
think
if you stick with Drones, though, I feel like this too soon to just cut him off if he
yeah,
doesn't win, especially if he can put up almost 200 yards passing.
yeah, that makes sense.
So, like I
Yeah,
said, it's not an easy answer. Hopefully, the coaches will make a good decision. But yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I think it would be cool for him to beat the team he was transferred from, but I just don't know kind of where they want to go with this whole thing.
yeah. Like that'll be is gonna be a big story. But anyway, that's just a conspiracy theory. But I do want to say one thing: Cameron Jones cannot get hurt. If he gets hurt, it's over. Because Pop Watson, right now, they're playing the two freshmen, Pop Watson and Danny Winkins, to reps in case Jones does get hurt. A
Wow.
lot of people, a lot of people is over. Do you think Pop Watson? Do you think Pop Watson's could play, or
To be honest, Ken, I'm
the
not
two
really
freshmen?
familiar with them. I don't think they. I mean, I think that's emergency only.
Yeah,
That's only if both of our guys are hurt, and it's
yeah,
weird. Usually we're deep. We're deeper usually at the quarterback. Usually this is kind of unusual for
yeah.
us to be lighter.
Well, the two quarterbacks, redshirt sophomores, or the Taj Bullock and Devin Farrell, after the spring game, they entered the transfer portal.
Mm,
Their football careers kind of got ruined by COVID, and we got two freshmen as our backup. Right? Pop Watson looked up. The fans got hyped because he did well in the spring game in the fourth quarter, making a pretty good pass. But that's against he's a 40-star recruit, and that's against a four-string quarterback. People comparing to Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, that's in high school, and Tyrod Taylor was ranked 5 stars for a reason because he went explosive. And
exactly.
I think Tyrod could have redshirted, but that's just topic for another time. Anyway, I think it'll be overkill raw. Pop Watson probably need to redshirt it,
I agree. I
and
agree.
Dylan Wickens too.
Let's hope our guys can stay healthy, Kent.
I hope so too. You got anything else you need to say?
No, that's all. That's all I got for those topics.
Let's see here. I'm gonna try to get this podcast number. Is that shoot Virginia Tech, man? They need to continue to win, and uh, well, we just got to focus hard on Marshall. That's what we got to do in practice. Practice. I hope I get a pretty good update.
I tell you, man, we really need to win this game. We need to stick to 500. I feel like this is a game. I don't know if we're favored or not, but I feel like this is a game we should win. Just looking at it on paper, but because we still haven't really gotten into the ACC teams just yet. So these
No.
non-conference games, we got to win. Like, we've got to win these
Yeah.
games.
I do want one thing I do want
What?
to say. Rutgers. What you say? Go ahead.
Oh, I was
Go
about
ahead.
to ask a question on the Marshall game. You can go ahead and talk about the Rutgers real quick, and then we can move on.
But Virginia Tech is 12-2 against Rutgers.
Mm.
The first one was 1992. That's the first loss. 1992 was supposed to be the season that Tech Club won the games, but it turned out would have been 9-3, but that was 1993, and the Athletic were to give Frank Beamer a second chance. And we lost 49. We lost 52 to 49, 1992. Yeah, this is the second time we lost to them. We had
Wow.
12-2 against
Wow.
Rutgers.
Man.
And then
That's solid. That's a solid record. It just you hate to see the recent loss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like our UVA streak. You hate to be that. It can't last forever, but you never want to be the team that loses to them.
Yeah, that UVA game, it was Hannon Harkers went 6-1 in that game. Before that game, and then we lost in the sack and the touchdown.
Yeah.
That was the 2021 season.
Mm-hmm. What's your next topic you got?
If you had a choice this Rutgers back in 2000, if you had a choice to watch the Wake Forest game 2014, when went 0-0, went 6-3, and Rutgers 2012, which one would you prefer to watch? So both games were pathetic.
Both games were pathetic. I'd rather see that Rutgers game because I was in school. I was a sophomore for that Wake Forest game, and that was pretty embarrassing. So I don't need to relive that one. That was the Frank Beamer meme. That was one of his last memes we had of Frank. You remember that one?
Yeah, I remember the meme.
He was all happy
doing
with
this.
his hands up in the air, and the score
'Cause we're
says
going to
0-0 final or going to OT.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad one. That was a really bad one. I think I'd rather see the Rutgers game. At least that's one I've never seen before. So
Yeah, I'll probably go with you that. But some people, I don't know why some of the people from Texas Island, they say they would rather see the Wake Forest game. But
I don't know. Everyone's got their own opinion, right?
yeah. But here's the thing about that Wake following the history thing about out of the Rutgers game, Virginia Tech in 2013 went 6-1, and then we lost to Duke, went 8-4 after that season.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the first game 2013 we lost to Alabama 35-10, and then we went 6-1. Then we lost to Duke. Then we went 8-4. We played UCLA. You probably remember Logan Thomas hit all those people, and he got hurt with a concussion.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. And I got a thought in my brain. I bet you if Logan Thomas playing right now, if he had a hamstring, he would not. Remember, he was a tank. If he had a hamstring like Jalen Lane playing this season, he would not go down. Like, he would, I'm good. I'll wear a boot and take the boot off. You still there? Hello? Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
Hello. I just got home. I think my phone was trying to connect to the Wi-Fi, so I just turned that off.
Oh, so you hear what I say about Logan Thomas?
Yeah, I heard everything you said. How he's a tank and he wouldn't have gone down with that hamstring. I agree. I think he was that part of that last generation that kind of could play through stuff, and they didn't go down with every little injury.
Yeah, there's a difference between hurt and injury. Your injury, that's a broken leg. You hurt, you got to being a man. I hope a lot of football players can do that in the future.
Yeah, it's dying. It's definitely dying though.
Yeah.
Kids aren't as tough as they used to be. It seems like.
Yeah, I know. So, and what else? So you got a question about Marshall? You asked me that.
Oh yeah, I want to know what conference they're in.
Marshall was in Conference USA.
Okay, yeah. So I mean that just goes to show we need to win that game. You know, where ACC is ranked. You know, we're a different caliber than Conference USA. We can't just give this one up.
No.
But that was all. I mean, I
I would like I'd like to say that for like Wednesday. Over Marshall PP for Wednesday.
okay.
It,
All right,
yeah, Wednesday evening or something like that.
that works.
Or Wednesday at noon. Well, it depends on my day off. I gotta recheck my schedule.
Okay. All right. What else you got? What other topics did you want to talk about?
Time just goes slow sometimes. See here. Let's talk about and give me a second.
All right, you're fine.
Let's talk about. Want to talk about a flashback of history of quarterbacks going down, and because it's Drones is like the sixth quarterback that will replace a quarterback,
All right, yeah. What you got?
and remember Josh Jackson, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Josh Jackson in 2016 in the spring he was like acting like a regular freshman. But in 2016, by the fall, he was catching up with Gerard Evans and Brandon Motley, and he could have gone on the starting job competing in 2016. But the good news is we redshirted him, and he became a pretty good quarterback. We also we also um shoot lost Isaiah Ford too. I'm telling you one
Yep.
thing, Chase. I believe in 2017, if Gerard Evans and Isaiah Ford came back, we would have won the ACC championship game because Kelly Bryant from Clemson ain't that great when people thought he was.
No, no, I totally agree, man. Like that was one of the best teams we've had in the past 10 years. And
2016 and 2017,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah, because we had our between Isaiah Ford, Bucky Hodges, and what was it, Cam
Cam Phillips,
Phillips?
yeah.
Those three guys were so good. Like we actually had a solid receiving trio. All three of those guys can make plays. Gerard Evans was doing really good. He was, passing well, didn't make a lot of turnovers. He could run. And then I forget who our running back was back then. Was it
Um,
Peoples?
it was
Steve
Sam Rogers and Stephen Peoples.
Stephen Peoples, yeah, yeah, and Sam Rogers. So having those like that whole team, man, that team right there was different. And I'm with you, man. I think if that team stuck together one more year, they would have given Clemson some problems. We would have given them a run for their money.
We was gonna lose Bucky Hodges anyway, and Sam Rogers was a senior. Yeah, we will have beat Clemson that year in
Okay.
2017 if Gerard Evans and Isaiah Ford came back.
Yeah.
We knew Cam Phillips was coming back because he wasn't ready.
We had a lot of talent on that team. A lot of talent. A lot of talent left us, just because of seniors or going to the league. So it was hard for us to recover from all that. You lose
And guess
five or
what?
six starters.
And guess what? Chase Gerard Evans wasn't ready. Isaiah Ford, he was a junior and he was a 6th-round draft pick.
Yeah, yeah. I know they both could have waited, I think, but it's easy for us to say that as fans. But when you've got that chance to play in the NFL and make that money, it's I can see why. But I
It's
think
possible.
especially Evans should have waited longer for sure.
Yeah, we probably can win a bunch of games without Isaiah Ford, Gerard Evans. But here's the thing. Michael Vick said if Michael Vick said if he came back, if the NIL was back then, Michael Vick could have came back. He said that. You saw that?
So Michael Vick would have come back. Is that what you're saying? If they had
If
NIL?
NIL back then, yes.
Yeah, yeah. He would have been one of the top paid players.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. One of the best college quarterbacks to ever play.
Yeah, and anyway, back to my quarterback situation again. Josh Jackson played 2017 and 2018. This is when we play Old Dominion. Old Dominion is a new contract. I replacing East Carolina. I'm going to say that the next podcast too. And Josh Jackson. This is after we beat Florida State 23-3. And Josh Jackson played against Old Dominion. Played Old Dominion. He broke his leg, and
Yep.
Ryan, and he out for the rest of the season. Josh Jackson in the transfer portal. We had Ryan Willis in the offense. We lost to Old Dominion 49-35. We was ranked 13th in the country. Our defensive
Mm,
players was hurt, and some of the defensive players wasn't meant to play in the FBS level. And our offense looks good all year. And because of that, we went 7-6 that year in 2018.
yeah. Man, I remember that, dude. I forgot we were ranked 13th when we lost to ODU.
Yeah, in 2019, Ryan Willis didn't look all that great. And
No.
it took Justin Fuente too long to replace him with Hendon Hooker. And once he did, the damage was like, we went 6-1. And Hendon Hooker, we also switched off to Quincy Patterson. Hendon Hooker came in and went 6-1. And Hendon Hooker was complaining about the cold or something like that. And he transferred to
Tennessee.
Tennessee. He had a huge success. I think the rumors had that he wasn't getting along with Justin Fuente. None of the players wasn't getting along.
I heard,
And
yeah,
then
I
I
heard
think,
that, and also that he wasn't like guaranteed a starting spot or something. I think they were going to make him battle out, even though he had proved himself. Can you believe that we
yeah,
have Ryan Willis starting over Hendon Hooker? Hooker goes and
yeah,
transfers and becomes automatic Heisman finalist. I mean,
yeah,
it's ridiculous, man. Sometimes I never thought this at the time. It almost seemed like Fuente was sabotaging us. How can you not recognize the talent difference in Ryan Willis and Hendon Hooker?
yeah. And when Hendon Hooker left, we got Braxton Brunmaster. He probably could have been the guy. He was the guy as well. And
Yeah,
Braxton Brunmaster, we beat number 10 North Carolina 2021. And that I didn't count that as an upset because it's not surprising because North Carolina was overrated that year.
yeah, yep. They were ranked too.
They're ranked 10th because this is North Carolina. They gotta get hype.
Yeah,
And the fans doesn't care.
exactly.
And then we went like 5-6, and the fans thought, "Oh, we back," but we upset number 10 North Carolina. It's not really an upset, but and we lost the game. Then here's another thing: Brent Marshall was kind of get banged up. Then Quincy Patterson played in the game against Notre Dame. Oh, we could have beat that game, man. The one stupid flag, the referee pulling us, and we could have beat Notre
Yep,
Dame.
I know.
And then
I know. We should have won that one.
and guess what? We lost the next week against Syracuse. It was
Yeah,
2021. Fans during that point, fans was demanding that Justin Fuente gets fired. And then Quincy Patterson is in the transfer portal. And then now we had Grant Willis last year, kind of got proved, and Grant Willis got hurt, and then Quan Jones became. So that was like 6 quarterbacks we had to replace with injury, and now it's the transfer portal. That's 6 quarterbacks, right?
yeah,
Is Quan Jones the 6th quarterback?
I believe so. Yeah,
And I'm hoping that Quan Jones could be hoping he'd become the starter, unless maybe Grant Willis could get a second chance against Marshall in that game.
out of all those guys, I feel like we never really got to see Hendon Hooker or Quincy Patterson's full potential. I
Yeah.
always liked both of those guys, and especially Quincy Patterson. We really never got to see him go all the way. But yeah, man, we've
The
had a lot of
problem
QBs. A lot of QBs.
the problem was the coaching staff was Quincy Patterson. They were saying, "Hey, go run the football every play." Well,
Yeah.
stuff. It's been lucky because a little lucky got first down, but Quincy Patterson just went down. That was getting stopped in the backfield because it'd be the same play all over again. And then her comments, there was no need for Quincy Patterson to come in and run the football like that.
I know.
No.
Oh me, I tell you, I don't know. I still think the Burmeister experiment was kind of like what made us crumble because I feel like that's the reason Hooker left, and then Patterson left, and then once Burmeister wasn't doing it, we didn't have anybody else.
Yeah.
So, well, it's been a interesting 5-6 years. We've had a lot of turnover in the QB department.
Yeah, we
I'm
have.
I'm about ready for us to have a guy who spends 2-3 good seasons here, and we see some familiar faces.
Yeah, because Logan Thomas was the last quarterback who played like 3 years.
Yeah, seriously.
It would have been Michael Boyer. I forgot Michael Boyer also got hurt in the Ohio State game.
Yeah.
Out for 68 weeks, and Brandon Motley I take over.
Yeah,
I
he was a
believe
grad transfer, right? I think
who
Brewer
Michael
had already
Boyer,
graduated from Texas A&M or
Texas
Texas
Tech,
Tech. Texas
Texas
Tech.
Tech. Oh yeah, he
But
was. He was the court. Go ahead.
well, I was gonna say I think he had 2 years of eligibility though, I think, with us. But I know when he broke his collarbone, I think that was pretty much it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he wasn't good enough for the NFL anyway.
right.
He's the quarterback. He's probably the first quarterback who's also a deer hunter.
Yeah.
Did you know his family hunts deer?
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that.
And I think he was our country boy, redneck, I think.
I'm pretty sure me and Michael Brewer have the same birthday. I'm like pretty sure I remember that.
He does.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's always gonna be the quarterback that we upset Ohio State,
that's
35
right.
to 21.
And
And
when we lost to Ohio State at home on Labor Day the next season, we were right there in the game until he breaks his collarbone. I think we were winning at halftime. I
yeah,
think we had a
that
lead.
recent that recent 17 points for quarterback throwing to Sam Rogers. Look, he tricked the Ohio State defense, but look throwing back to Sam Rogers open, and Rogers ran for a touchdown.
Man, I tell you what, dude, I was in the student section that game. We were going crazy. We thought we were going to win
Oh,
that game.
crazy. And I remember going to the Miami game 2016, we was going crazy. The fans was going crazy. It was Thursday night, and I watched the clip on ESPN entering. It was Sports Center going into the game, listening to Enter Sandman. We're watching recording of it the next day, but we was crazy that 2016 Miami game.
Yeah.
That 2011 game, Will invite me to the student section. Miami 2011 when Logan Thomas scored that touchdown. Oh my god, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Five, 5 seconds in the game, and it was crazy. I
Yeah.
remember that one.
Oh yeah. Man, good times though. Good times.
Yeah. Hey, you got anything you need to add?
No, I think that's about all I got.
Yeah. Anyway, those quarterbacks. The reason I'm bringing those quarterbacks um um up is because I hope that Conron Jones is the guy who could play with 3 more years. It's possibility in 2025 that Dobby could give him a challenge because he'd be a redshirt and he's a 4-star recruit. I think I hear 247 Sports will promote Dobby Belfort to a 4-star recruit. He's already a 4-star by ESPN, own 3, but he's a 3-star by Robert. But I think he's gonna get promoted.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Anyway, I guess the point is, let's hope we don't have no more bad luck at quarterbacks. Conron Jones is the guy, or Grant Willis is the guy.
That's right.
Hoping it's Grant. I hope it's Conron Jones is the guy. Play
Yeah.
full time 3 more years of VirginiaTech football.
Man, that'd be great, dude. That would be great. I'm right there
Yeah, it
with you.
will be.
Yep. Well,
Well,
we almost got 45 minutes in. That's pretty good.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
go ahead.
I ain't got nothing else. I ain't got nothing else.
You don't? Okay,
No,
I ain't got nothing yet. I ain't got nothing else to do yet, so I guess I'm going to close it. We see
All right.
y'all guys in the next podcast. It's going to be the Marshall preview. I think this Wednesday. You able this Wednesday?
Yeah, I should be good around this time.
Yeah, well, noon o'clock or 5 o'clock.
Yeah. We can text about it. We'll text about it.
All right. All right, guys. It's gonna be the Virginia Tech Marshall preview this Wednesday on that's gonna be a Virginia Tech Football Show Season 1, Episode 5. And I'm gonna close out here. Thank y'all guys so much for watching the Virginia Tech Football Show here on the Virginia Tech Show Season 1, Episode 3, the recap of Rutgers. We see y'all guys next time on the Virginia Tech Football Show, and see y'all next time on a regular episode of Virginia Tech Show. Thank y'all guys for watching again. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Click the subscribe button, it really help us out. And let's go Hokies!
Later, Hokie Nation. We'll see you guys next time.
See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.